So I'll let you know. Hello, hello, and we are live with
Hi.
Summer and Sally. This didn't supposed to be my setting today, but it will be because my internet been a bit funny. How are you, Sally? Tell me, are you alright?
I'm good, thank you, Summer. How are you feeling today?
I'm very well, and I'm so happy we are doing this project together. I
Yeah,
don't know if people can read it or not. Spiritual journeys with Sally and Summer. And
very
Sally
exciting.
Yes, and Sally got so many things to teach you guys and me probably too. So yes, so tell us a bit about you then, because you never came to Black Cat. So
Right. Well, I'm 54 years old, and I gave my first reading to a friend of mine at age 14, so 40 years ago.
oh
So
wow,
this year was a bit of a like sort of landmark for me in age in that respect. Um, I did my first readings just picking up a pack of cards that we had been playing with, and for some reason they spoke to me. So
that's amazing.
and the girl opposite me that I was saying these things to went very pale and went, "How did you know that?" So I went, "I don't know, I just do." So at
Hello, Brenda.
14, I was a bit clueless, to be quite honest. I then in my 20s went to psychic school to learn how to sort of control all my abilities and use them in a professional manner. Since then, I have been giving people readings all over the world, really, wherever I've worked. I've been doing readings, and yeah, um, Toronto, New York, um,
Oh, wow.
uh, Phoenix, Arizona, all over, really. So yeah,
So so is that what you do full time then?
I do
It's
now.
doing
Yes, gradually over the years, Spirit has sort of guided me towards doing this as my full time
taking over, yes.
occupation. It does. It really takes over in the end that you just don't have time for anything else. So,
Oh yes, yes. And then the funny thing is, it starts to open new doors, and then you realize, for example, today I'm starting a counseling course for some
yes.
reason because something that I never expecting, but it's connected with with the cards, with the spirituality.
So,
You already counselor.
so many people that give readings and are of a mediumship level, like yourself, my darling, are drawn to counselling as well.
Yeah,
It's at one point I was, and it really it sort of it's the empath side of you. It really gives you a need to help people. Um,
exactly. And I've
yeah,
been feeling that more and more this year, and I felt this was my, it's my call is to help people. When people ask me what I want to do in my life, is to help people.
yes.
You know,
Yes, I
so
think that very much. Every time in my life, through other influences, I decided no, I can go and make a huge career over there doing this. Spirit would go, slap, how dare you?
I know that's it.
I'd be brought back down to earth, going, oh, okay, I'm meant to be doing this. It's like, how dare you not do as you're told, Sally? I said, okay.
I know. I know the feeling. Oh my god.
Yeah. I was like,
But
but
even
why can't I do that as well? Because we said not. Mm,
and that's it. And
that's
that's
it.
it. But the
Mm,
funny thing is, even if you're not working with spirituality, you are working with something that you are helping people.
mm,
Everything just connects together. So
it
yes.
does. It
Hello,
does.
Brenda. Let me just today. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Anne Mary. Hello, everyone.
Hello, people. Nice to
Show
see
us some
you.
love. I hope, let us know how is the connection. I can't even check because I don't have my phone here with me and I'm using my tablet to do this program today. But we'll see how it goes the next week. It will get better.
Yeah.
Um. So, what do you want to tell us today? in terms of how do you work with the cards? Is that what you want to explain today?
Yeah, okay, we can do. I mean, we were talking just before we started. I said about amazonite being a good crystal to stop overheating of electronics in a home. By the way, for people,
Yes.
we can. I think as we go along, I think a topic of a crystal each week might be quite good. Talking about that side of things as well. I think. Up until about 4 years ago, I didn't have a clue about crystals, and I didn't realize the effect they can have on our lives. And it is absolutely amazing. The change and alterations in vibrations, in frequencies, in love, in career, the whole lot. They really affect everything. And I was advised, because the heat of spirit would overheat my mobile phones. My laptops would blow up. All sorts of things I have broken over the years.
Yeah, I never realized why am I keeping breaking phones, and maybe that's why. Now I understand.
It's because your frequency is on a higher frequency and energy levels where we're having our spirit, our guides and spirit talk to us all the time. That energy level is just so huge. Our electronics can't cope. And they just overheat, turn off, and don't turn back on. So
sometimes it doesn't work, no.
A very lovely friend of mine who's an expert in crystals advised me to get amazonite in the same room as I'm working with my electronics. And since then, touch wood, I have never had anything blow up or overheat. So it's all worked absolutely fine. So just having that in the room, it keeps it a cooler atmosphere as well. You don't get that over. You know, when you get that really hot, overheated feeling when spirit's about, sometimes your temperature of your actual skin goes up and all sorts. It calms that down too. It's very good.
But I do like that feeling, because that's how I know which guide is with me, and if it's actually a good energy too.
Oh, absolutely. So, but I just meant when you're not working, it's quite nice because you can just have that on you and it kind of calms it down.
Yes,
because
it's funny. Yeah, it's funny that I think it works more with different people, because my cousin the other day, she's also a medium. She was telling me about that sometimes she gets so hot, she feels that she's going to collapse when the spirit is too next to her.
Yeah, some people it can take them too hot, and your blood is overheating almost. So if she just had a little stone of amazonite and holds it or has it, I like it to touch my skin if I want to work for me personally. For electronics, I just have it in the room. But for me personally, if I want crystal to work, I have it as a ring or as a necklace or that side of things, and or some ladies put them in their bra.
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
So if she has it next to her skin, she'll find it keeps her temperature at a manageable effect, and she'll be in control of the situation better.
Oh, thank you so much for sharing that with us, because I didn't know. I'm just trying to share this live while you are talking. If you want to just tell us a bit more about your cards then, because
that's
it's
fine.
Exciting.
Okay.
Because let me just tell you very quick that that's how I start with cards. That's how I connected. It was the same way as you. So once my friend, she told me, "Oh, do you want me to do a card reading for you?" And I said, "Yes, that's fine." As soon she turned the cards, I could see everything that she told me. It was so weird. Before she told me, I already knew what she was going to say, and that's how. And I found it so creepy. Anyway, we'll carry on.
No, it is. At first, you just go, "How? I don't know how," don't you?
Yes.
So I picked up the playing cards, and so instinct. I did it on an instinct, on an intuition level. But obviously there is an image that you can look at as well. So you look at a heart and you think, well, that's about love, that's about family, that's about your home life. And so that's how I interpret the hearts. On the diamond side, I saw that as an emotional card.
Yes, you are, Siobhan. Sorry.
Yes, hello, Siobhan. on the diamond side, I see that as emotional cards, soulmate cards, soul link, soul connection cards, very sort of otherworldly cards, the diamonds. Clubs I saw as about your friendships outside of the family, so non-blood related friendships, colleagues at work, that side of things. And spades I saw as your money, your career and your life path, where you're meant to be going. So that's where I started, was what was the meaning of the actual suits, which are very similar meanings to the tarot. And playing cards were once all part of the tarot deck. And over the years, people have pulled out the lower arcana to play games with. So that's where they've come from.
All right.
So, and they are almost like a very pure form of reading, because there's no, other than the king, the queen, and the jack, there's no picture. There's no preconceived idea of what this card might mean. So it is a pure intuitive instinct reading. I mean, I would see a 2, for instance, as everything sorted as you want it, getting sorted as you want it, because it's in the that you're putting it into 2 piles. So emotionally, that's you are getting sorted. But
I do feel that
if that was a 3 and you had a diamond in the middle where my finger is, it would be like the scales. You'd be in the middle trying to balance yourself.
All right. Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So I very much, a jack I always see as a child. So it's about a child that's around the person. King would be about a gentleman, and a queen about a lady. And if you've got somebody that you're doing a reading for that is the lady that's in question, I sometimes feel like when a queen of diamonds comes up, for instance, it'll be about the person that sat there, not someone they know. It'll be about them saying, I'm feeling emotionally like I am the queen of my own destiny again.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So Ace of Diamonds would be a total soulmate, very, very strong soul connection with a person. So dependent what other cards come up around it, who that would be. I would see a 9. This is a 9 of spades. I would see a 9. If this was a 6, it'd be the railway tracks going smoothly forward, nothing needing to be changed. A 9 is you in the middle, needing to pick those tracks back up and put them where you need them to be. And this would be your life path right now, needing you to take a bit more control, pull in the reins.
All right. That's very interesting, the way you see the cards. And you were telling me before that you do read them different from other people's. And that's very interesting, the way you put the words, because what you were saying, I could see it before you say, but it's the way you put the words. I do like that. Hello, Deborah, by the way. Hello, Siobhan. Yes, you are connected, Siobhan. You are on YouTube, but we can see you from here, so that's not a problem. If anyone wants any reading, this is Sally, by the way.
Hello, everybody. Yes, this is. I do have on my website. I do have a document listing the meanings of all the cards. So. It is very. I find it sort of, people need to find their own. I keep it very simple. So the 9, a 9 is you needing to take control. So a 9 of diamonds would mean you emotionally need to sort yourself out of it and put yourself back on track. A 9 of spades would be financially, work, life path. You need to take more control. A 9 of clubs would be, hang on, you've got some friends you need to be aware of around you. You need to take control of who you trust at the moment. Yeah. 9 of hearts would be, does your house need decorating, or does that cupboard need cleaning out? It's your home life, you see. And
is that like actually in terms of life, or physically, like in your house, or
in your house, actually in your house, or it's hearts are the roof over your head, and also your family. So it might be you're seen as the person who guides the family and keeps them on track.
All
a nine
right.
of hearts,
Okay.
you see. Yeah, so it's all about that. And if people get eights I see as a joy. You see, it's like a absolute sparkly, joyful card, eight.
All right. That's
So that would
interesting.
mean joy. That would mean joy emotionally. Hearts would be joy with love. Spades with work and money. So that would mean that year is going to be a celebration about those things.
Mhm.
So yeah.
So
It's
tell me, do you only work with those cards or do you work with another one? Hello,
no,
Anthony.
I work. I work with these. I know how to use tarot, but my guides go dyslexic with tarot cards, so I don't use tarot. Purely because my guides just walk away. They go, "Well, we don't like that. Why are you using those?" So it's very strange. Hello, Anthony. So
Please share for us.
I also use these, which are Wisdom of Avalon cards.
All
So
right.
yes, and they're oracle cards. They're lovely. They're about people's emotions and personalities. For instance, if you've got the wasp, someone comes up as the wasp, they've got a nasty sting in their tail, they're jealous, they're angry. So it's a little bit of a warning card if we get a wasp around us. The cat comes in as an advisory card to say to put in some healthy boundaries and put in some independence in your life. So they're lovely cards. They come with a couple of words on them, so people themselves, when I'm giving them a reading, can see for themselves. I'm not, that's what the card's basic meaning is. But then again, you need to interpret it by what other cards are with it.
Yes.
We have the owl, which is about deception and wisdom. So you're having the wisdom to see through other people and know if they're lying to you.
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful card. All the bird cards, by the way, are a psychic gift.
All right.
So if they come up in people's readings, it means they have that ability. So the owl is like being an empath. You can see straight through people and know exactly how they're feeling and what they're really feeling, and if the words are false. And that side of things. And let's go find some more bird cards. I love the bird cards.
That's
Swan.
very interesting. That's
The
very
swan.
interesting. Just pull me a card to see if the whole come out for me to say that I'm an empath.
You are. Oh, all right. Okay. Which
I never seen that one.
Okay.
I never seen that tarot.
Okay, let me see, because there's lots of
Yeah,
birds
go
in
on,
here. All different types of psychic gifts come out in the birds, by the way. Let me see what I can get for you. Right.
And then we go to Anthony. Anthony wants a card.
Oh, Anthony, right. Okay, well, these have come out for Anthony then. Because I was thinking, this isn't Summer's cards. Why have I got cards coming out that aren't Summer's? They're Anthony's, that's why. Anthony, my darling, you are a bit of a bard yourself. The bard is a wonderful card. My father always draws the bard. Very sort of very entertaining person. Anthony would be the type you'd want around your dinner table because he'd keep everybody laughing and everybody entertained in a good way. But you're about to go into sort of a renewed part of your life, Anthony, because we have the birth and rebirth card for you. So that's a wonderful time, because what it means is there's a little bit of confusion right now because you're really coming out of an old way of living and going into a new, and it's all a bit unknown. But birth and rebirth coming to remind you that this is for the good, this is for the positive right now. So change is needed, my love. And next to it, we have the King. So this is the outcome card for you. So you will be sat in your throne knowing you're meant to be where you're meant to be by the end of it all, and you will feel renewed strength. You'll feel back in control of your life, and law and justice will be key here, by the way. So whatever you're doing right now to try and get some justice back into your life, keep going. You're going in the right direction. Also, we have the horse though. So please accept the help that is offered from others as you're going along to achieve this.
That's lovely.
Okay.
And Anthony is saying that it resonates completely. Yes, and
Oh,
I
thank
know,
you, Anthony.
and I do know Anthony for a while, and I know it actually it makes total sense. And he does have an amazing smile, which brings joy to people's lives
Oh,
just from
yes.
his smile. All
Oh,
right,
wonderful.
Deborah wants a card. Do you want me to do, Deborah?
Yes, you do that then, Summer.
Yeah, yeah, all right. I mean, I don't mind listen to you all night, Sally.
No, that's okay, my darling. It's meant to be both of us.
It is. It is. That's it. That's why we are here. All right, Deborah. Let me see a card for Deborah. Okay, I'm going to keep this one. Funny thing, Deborah. This is the second time this card came out for you, which is the heart or the heart, the card of the heartache. Twice it came out before, as soon as I read your comment, and now it came out again. I'm not sure if you're having some doubts because I know you are in a new relationship. Um, Deborah, and I'm not sure if you're having some doubts or if there was something that happened that it's not working, Deborah. So, let me know how it goes because, I always like to know how you are and if you are happy. And I was so happy for you to be in a relationship. It might be about something else, but I do have this card saying that you are sad, you are upset about something. All right, darling. So lots of love and light, and I will send you some healing. And Anthony say thank you so much. A beautiful energy card, Sally, and God bless you.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. And whilst you've been talking, Summer, I pulled some cards for you.
Oh, all right.
So I thought I'd surprise you. So yes, you asked about the bird cards. Well, you have 3 of them that have come out. That's wonderful. Well, we have the owl, the empath. We have
Really?
yes, we have the owl, the empath. We have the hawk, which means that you can see for way in the future with your predictions.
I know.
Your omens and messages like 10 years down the road, and you're correct.
Yeah, it can be scary sometimes.
Well, yes, well,
But I'm very grateful.
You have that card crossed with the fear card. So yes, what it's saying though, my darling, there is don't be fearful of it. It is right. Diarize it almost. I'm getting the words. When you get these visions, write them down. So when they come, you can go back to it and go, yes, that's what I saw.
Yes.
It gives you a little bit more control over it. So you're not so fearful of it coming then. Now we have the swan for you at the moment as well. You said you're going into doing this counselling because the swan is about transformation, trusting your psychic gifts and taking them further than you've ever done before. So that's where you're going. You're coming out of cygnet form into the wonderful swan with the wings and flying.
Oh, that's so nice.
I know. And then we have the High Priestess card as your outcome card. My goodness, the High Priestess was in the courts of old, going back to King Arthur's time. The High Priestess was the magical woman, the fortune teller of the court that everybody went to for the advice and for prophecies and vision. So this is you. You're huge with it. Please do not be fearful of it. It is not a risk-taking situation. You've got the risk card there.
Thank you so much for that.
This is not a risk-taking situation. You are the High Priestess. You need to say, my omens are right.
Oh, thank you so much for that. And I'm very appreciated for my gift, very appreciated and blessed. I'm very blessed. Thank you so much. And talking about Deborah, the reading I did, Deborah, about the doubts. You're very welcome, darling. Yes, I could feel the doubts, but one step each time. Sometimes people put too much pressure on themselves. Like me, sometimes, I still when I got these visions and I'm like, oh no, why? It is actually going to happen. When I got the visions from my gift and I'm like, okay.
If we don't say the visions as we see them to people, our guides get really upset. We have to actually say it in such a correct way, don't we?
Oh yes, that's true. But I mean, like even in my normal life, I'm always getting visions about this that's going to happen. I'm not going to pass through a stranger in the street and just tell them, "Oh, sorry, but something is going to happen to you."
No. Oh no,
Something
but
we can.
when I first started, when my eye was first opened fully, the amount I was only a child, so I would go up to people and say what I was seeing, and it upset quite a lot of people.
I know, because something that my gift, now I can scan people's body. If you got a
Yeah.
disease or people, I can
Yeah.
scan them.
Yes.
And what's happened is sometimes people are talking to me and I tell them, and I'm like, why did I say that? No one asked me.
Because we have to. This is it. Our guides are saying you have to say this, you have to say this, and of course they're sat there going, how do you know that? Why are you saying that?
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, by the way, you need to take some more vitamin C, and you should buy some calcium tablets, and or you should go to the doctor and do like some blood samples. And people are looking at me like I'm a weirdo.
Xander, I will look at the cards for your spiritual gifts there. Actually, Xander was asking, what are my spiritual gifts? Let's have a look.
Shanders.
Right.
Yes, please, guys, share for us. Share.
We have the Raven for you, my darling, with your psychic gifts. Which a Raven is a person that realizes there's no such thing as coincidence in life. It's all about the magic of synchronistic events that are meant to happen. And you kind of can see the puzzle connecting together before it actually forms. You'll see the whole puzzle when it's already still in pieces almost. So you're very good at putting things together and working out the strategy of where people's lives are going, and almost doing like a life mapping situation for people, Xander. So yeah, definitely you could be really focused on people's careers and life path and go that way with them. Yeah.
So here you go. If you're looking for a career change, or if you're looking for a career advice, maybe this is something that you can look into it.
Oh yeah, I would honestly say giving people advice on that score, Xander will be amazing at, and just you'll know exactly what suits that person instinctively.
I got the feeling of a teacher. If Shander is not a teacher, I feel that it would suit him very much.
Oh yes,
a teacher.
Absolutely.
So let us know.
But yeah, giving people advice on and teaching them and getting them to grow into what they're going to be is definitely their gift. Yes.
And it's a gift because it's not for everyone, because sometimes you learn some stuff with some people, and if it's some other, it just doesn't get to you, it doesn't reach to you the same way, and it doesn't stay inside. So that's the way you say it. And Shander, there you go, maybe a career change for you. And something. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. And go with what your instincts say, because you're right about careers for yourself as well. Yeah.
And please, guys, share, because sharing is caring. By the way, so Black Cat is back. I've been away for the summer because I was enjoying my camper van. Maybe me and Sally next year we can be doing readings. We can go through the beach and just put like a little tent. This is the plan for next summer.
Absolutely, sounds fantastic. Yes,
it sounds amazing.
I'm planning on getting a camper van too. So you have inspired me on
my
this.
God, that would be amazing. Can you imagine? We would park.
We just took the tour of Europe. We'll just go on a massive tour. Oh, yep. Hello there.
Hello.
Yayoti.
Oh, Shander said thanks.
Oh, thank you. That's my pleasure.
Do you want me to do this one?
Yes, you take it. About one day want to know if they're having a career change.
I'm trying to pronounce the name. Jayoti Bola. Did I say that right? Please share for us, because sharing is scary. And I'm trying to get back to my Black Cat and see if it start to grow again. So let me see if you're going to have a career change. Oh, you are going to have a career change, but you need to fight for it. You need to do it. Because you got the card of the action, and don't wait for tomorrow. Do it today. So instead of waiting for things to come to you, darling, you need to go for it. You need to look for them. This is the time, and I feel this is your time, because some people, they think, oh, this is 2020. We had really a bad year. It's not a good year for me. It can be a good year for some people. Some people took some lessons, and they took good jobs from this quarantine, from the lockdown, from this tragedy. So this is the year. This is your time. So if you are thinking about, or if you got any doubts, this is the time. You got the card of the action. Now is the time. It's like you got a green card, and you will have a career change, but you need to apply yourself and do something for it. I also feel that you need to go and talk with someone. Someone is telling me that you need to go and talk with someone. So I hope you know what we are talking about, what they are talking about, what we are talking about. Who is that?
Oh, my
Is that-
puppy.
Oh my God, you're too cute. My cat wants to come, and this is Waka. She wants to come inside, but
Oh, this young lady is turning silver. She will go silver. So she's
All
7 months old, and by the time she's 2, she'll be silver all over. So yeah.
Oh, is that the one that you kept from the?
Yeah, from the litter. Yes, she was originally called Miss Westwood, Vivian Westwood, but she didn't like the name, so she's now called Poppy.
It's just easier.
Oh, she just refused to recognise the other name. And as soon as I said Poppy, she liked it. She chose her name. So,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Siobhan, thank you so much for sharing. And Jayoti, so now is the time to do it. I hope you can relate with what I said in terms of there is someone that I feel that you need to talk, that is going to help you making that change. Maybe it's someone that is going to offer you a job or help you move in your career. And I think Siobhan would love a card. How are you, darling? I was going to ask you something, Sally, and it's gone.
Don't worry. It'll come.
So are you an empath? Because you are also an empath.
Yes.
I mean, I believe that all psychics, they all empaths. Some are stronger than others, depending.
If you look at all the clair senses, which empath is one of, I have the whole list. I can see, I can taste, I can smell, I can hear.
Yeah.
My voice changes to the voice of the person in spirit, even sometimes. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you do trans? I didn't know you do trans. That's something that I'm working. And you know what you said to me about my cards in terms of transformation.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I'm doing. My guide said that I should stop working as much with cards and start work more with the spirit. So yes. I'm doing more and more trans.
I tend to do a combination when I do a full reading. If I do a quick 30-minute reading, I just get the cards, use the cards for people. But when I'm there doing an in-depth reading, which takes at least an hour, probably more, I don't really time it. I tend to then have people from spirit coming through as well. So we'll have the cards. But as I'm doing the cards, I have to stop the cards and go, well, this person's now stood here. I need to recognize them and bring their message through. So it kind of goes from both, we have a mixture as we go through.
That's why our life never gets boring.
No. The thing is, I don't know if you find this, though, because obviously I always treat what the message in a reading to somebody as something I don't repeat to someone else, because it's their message, not mine. And but then I'll have someone come back to me, maybe 2 years later for another reading, and they'll say, do you remember you said this, this and this? And I don't remember anything I've ever said. Even if they came back to me the next day, I do not remember what I've said to them, because the message is for them, not me.
I'm exactly like that, and it's so annoying. Even sometimes 5 minutes, sometimes I'm doing these lives, people text me saying, oh, you remember you said this and that. I don't remember because I just give the message straight from the spirit, and I don't
Exactly.
remember.
We are just the voice box for our guides. We
Yes.
don't retain it. It's not in our heads.
And we try to have a life that, when we are working with the spirit, we're working with the spirit, and then we close ourselves. We try to just go back to our normal life, so it doesn't mix. So we just try to forget about it. It's like you leave the work at work. You know what I mean?
I have to apologise for the noises that have gone on here. The puppy got down and decided to play with the other two dogs.
Oh no, it's fine. To be honest, I can't hear it, so I can hear.
Okay then.
That's okay then. That's what I was going to ask you, because I asked you if you were an empath. I was going to ask you, can you feel the energy of your pets? Can you communicate with them?
Yes, I very sadly. I had two cats, one cat now, but I had two cats that were born in my home 14 years ago. And one of them, she had passed away yesterday, unfortunately.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
But she was what I would, if you read about psychics and sort of white witches having a muse of an animal, like almost one that connects them with spirit, she was that with me. It was amazing. She would come in when I was doing readings, and before I'd even recognized the people coming through from spirit, she's sitting looking at the people in spirit going ram 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 like this.
Can you please, before you carry on, can I just ask you, is that cat that passed away yesterday white with some black spots?
No, that's my daughter's cat who's still alive. So yes.
Okay, because yesterday I was in the toilet, and when I opened the door, I had a spirit animal, and I even said it. I saw it was my last cat, but my last cat didn't have as much white. So I was just wondering why cat came to you.
No, the only one I know like that is living. She's my daughter's cat. So
all right.
Yeah. But she's very stressed at the moment and losing her fur, so that might be why she's connected.
All right, but no, it was a spirit, so a spirit of death.
My cat that passed yesterday is a blue tabby with a white bib.
Oh, it's blue and white.
Blue and white, yes.
But is it a lot more white than blue?
No, more. It's just white here.
All right, okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to find out why this cat came to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I do love when I do see spirits of animals.
She would talk to spirits and she would meow at them, and then she would turn to the person who was having the reading and meow at them as if she was telling them what they were saying. It was so funny.
Oh, that's so lovely.
And I have her twin brother who's Ginger, and he has not had a day without her till today, and he's been very upset.
Of course, because they become family. We just become so attached to them.
They're from the same litter, so they were born together. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, it's very sad. Yeah.
And that's why I want a dog, but I do get attached to my cats. Imagine to a dog because they are so loyal, but I'm going to get a dog, but I know it will come in the right time because the spirits, the guides, they always put me when is the right time, because I have my.
If you have the cats first, and then you get a puppy, the cats will teach the puppy, and the puppy will be their best friend.
Oh really? Oh, that's very interesting. Oh, that's cute.
So always have the cats first. It's the best way to do it.
So I already got the cats.
Yeah,
I got my summer and my
because the puppy will be coming into the cat's house. The puppy will see the cat as the boss.
Oh, so that's interesting. Yeah, I might buy a puppy from you.
Oh no, not for at least another 3 years before I have any more puppies. They're very tiring.
Oh yes, I heard about it.
I had 8 weeks of no sleep.
Really?
Oh yes.
What?
Because there were.
It's like having a baby.
It was 6 puppies, so during the night at least, one would wake me up, then another would wake me up. Yeah.
So you had to take 8 weeks from work.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry, we were just talking about this. Would you like to do Siobhan O'Rourke a reading?
Oh yes, okay, Siobhan, I will
If you
have a
don't,
look
if
what
you
I
don't
can
mind.
get for you. That's fine. That's fine. Sorry. Yes, we got carried away there.
I know.
Yeah, so Siobhan, let's see what we can get for you.
Thank you. Siobhan, if you're still there, send us some love, show us some love, send us some comments, please share.
Now, Siobhan, this time, the first card I've got out for you is the wealth card. Now, wealth isn't necessarily financial. This is about this being a really good year coming up for you, as in any opportunities, all the opportunities coming your way will be blessed and will be good ones for you. So right now is might feel a bit stuck, but as you go forward from over the next few months, things will just be going forward and forward and forward for you. Now, you already know this because we have the Hawk card, which is about omens and messages. So you've seen this coming. You know where you're going. My goodness, you've got such a sharp mind. Don't let others talk you out of it. Keep your focus. We've got the focus card, okay? So keep your focus. Keep going forward. You know where you're going. Do not let others around you talk you out of it. I've got them coming around pecking on your head, other people going, are you sure you need to be doing this right now? Yes is the answer. And
besides Summer, when Summer give her some advice to Siobhan, she should take it to the chest.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Siobhan, she's my friend.
All right, you really need to stop people letting people peck at you, okay? Because you know self-confidence can be deteriorated by other people's words. I call them little drips of poison. Even so, they're well-intentioned and they think, well, if I was you, I wouldn't do that. Well, they're not you.
Yeah.
Simple as. It doesn't mean they're bad people for saying it, but they should just shut up, really, shouldn't they?
Yes. She's saying brilliant. That's an amazing advice.
Okay, Siobhan, thank you.
That's an advice to everyone, you know what? Yeah. Because each person, it's their own person, you know. You got a different personality, different mind, different lives, and people tend to judge without even know what's going on.
Only we can live in our own shoes. Not even our own children or partners live in our shoes all the time, you know.
Oh, yeah.
That, yeah, sometimes we just got to put our foot down and say, no, that I'm wearing my shoes today, not yours.
Yes.
Yes.
And so one part of my transformation that you spoke before is I'm starting to accept more people's. I'm accepting people's way they are seeing life. You know what I mean? Yes. I'm like, okay, I didn't ask you for your opinion, or I don't care, but I'm accepting why they said that, even if I don't take it to the chest. But I'm trying to accept more and more.
I think with people. Whether their words are harsh or whatever, there's always a reason behind it, and yes. And they'll have in their mind's eye a good reason for saying it. And if you can calm a person down and find out that reason, it's not necessarily a good excuse for them to be in a bad mood, but it's a reason for it. And I always find you sit and calmly talk to them, you'll get to that reason, and then you can discuss it and maybe put some answers for them, you know,
yes.
to deal with and how to deal with it and that side of things. I never judge a person for being in a bad mood and I never take it personally because I know it will be because they're in a bad mood for a reason.
Yes, that's it. And you know, I did that someone when I was in holidays that was a bit rude with me, but with something that didn't have nothing to do with me. And I was quite upset. He upset me, but then I realized maybe this person, she's having a bad day, and I was the first person that came to her, you know, in front of her, and she just had to just take it on someone because then she apologized, you know. But you know, I had to breathe in and breathe out, and I was thinking to myself, this person is having a bad day, and you know,
absolutely. I always say there's never an excuse for bad behavior, but there's always a reason. And
we don't need to accept everything, but
so with someone's full on blowing up in front of me, I just sit and say nothing. I just stay dead quiet, because they then hit a brick wall. They run out of words, and then you say, okay, are we going to sit and talk about this now?
Yes, I'm still trying to control that part of my temper, because at the end of the day, I'm a Scorpio.
Oh no! You see, I'm Pisces, but I'm on the cusp with Aries, and 90% of my planets are Aries. So I want to full on go bang at these people.
That's why I connect so good with you.
I put my hands and I bite my lip.
I didn't know you were Pisces. That's why I connect so well with you, because I feel that we got lots in common, and I feel like a connection. That's one of the reasons that we are working together. And now, because I think Pisces, they are the ones that Scorpio want to be around.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, definitely. And hello, Sean. Shall I pull a card for Sean, or would you like to?
I can do it, and if you want to pull one too, that's fine. Oh, you know what? I can do one, and you can do another one. Just one card.
You do one for Sean, and then I'll do one for Sean.
Yeah. So you see, double cards. Just to let us know if you're still there. Is it Cian? Sean. I'm so bad. All right.
That's the Irish spelling. So there we go.
All right, let me see. Noon. Let me see what comes up with my angel cards. All right, I got the cards of the journeys. I feel that it's going to be a long journey. Maybe you are going away for a long time. I feel there is a bit of a change in the route of your life. You're going to meet a different person of you. Maybe this journey is also an interior journey, a spiritual journey, where you're going to start to meet a different part of your soul, and you're going to change a bit as a person. So I do feel that some changes for you here, darling. So what did you got there? Sorry, I usually do short readings.
I just pulled out some different cards that I've just felt that I needed to get these out instead. I've just got my fairy messages cards for Sean here. Right. So the first card I pulled out for Sean is the message on it. It says, you've got the power. Use your abilities right now to resolve any situations around you that arise, because you have the power within to actually resolve anything that you put your mind to right now. Going forward, the things that you're aiming for will come to fruition next summer. We have the summer card. So everything that you're asking for and working towards right now, keep going. It will happen, but it will be as we go into the better weather again. And the whole way along, it's saying, please be yourself. Just be you, because that is good enough. And the situation that you are going into requires you to be your authentic self. Okay, don't let others influence you away from being you.
All right, thank you so much for that. Yes. And that will help you doing that change and that journey. Maybe that's why, because sometimes we start to learn to say no, and we need to learn how to say no and to be our own person. And maybe that's what she's going through.
Absolutely, I do feel this is a blossoming time coming up through to summer for her. So yes, it's gonna be good. I want to say the journey the journey you sent her on is a long-winded thing. It's going to take us through to summer, but it's going to be well worth it. But I feel that this is more a spiritual journey of her moving forward and wanting to do things for herself.
That's why I felt it was a long journey. Yes. But in a long journey means that we are learning more and more when the journey is long. Sometimes we do get a bit anxious about it, and it makes that our journey becomes a bit delayed, because we get so anxious that we are not listening what the guides are trying to tell us, or the universe is trying to tell us. And that happened to me so many times.
Absolutely. Oh gosh, yes. Oh gosh, yes. I was the most stubborn deaf ear to spirit for many years. And it was like, no, 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 I want to go and do that instead. So yeah, it is sometimes much longer than we should have been. But I do, no, I do feel with Sean here that there is it's almost like a journey towards complete change. I want to say that she's almost like the caterpillar that's gone into the chrysalis and is coming out as the butterfly the other end. Yeah,
I feel that too, and it's good.
Sometimes change can be painful. That's what I want to say with that.
It can be painful, but one day we'll understand why it was painful and why you need to go through that. I also feel she is like she's changing a bit age, like she's aging, becoming more mature, and that's why that experience and that journey is starting to come, because she's seeing the things in a different way, because she's becoming more mature.
I think she's seeing people that she thought. Sean, I'm getting you as seeing people that you thought were of importance to your life as no longer being that important, because you are going forward in such a huge growth. Absolutely amazing. You're going to be so amazed with yourself by the summer. Honestly, you'll go, oh my goodness, look at me.
That's so nice. Yes. Okay, so what else do you want to tell us about you before we go? We still got a little bit long, but just excited because this is our first program with Sally, and thank you so much for those readings. They are amazing. From me, they are used to have short readings.
I will tell you a little funny story. Now, before I did this full time, I was doing readings part time anyway. But my last sort of job other than this was breeding horses and training youngsters and all that side of things. I had 32 horses worldwide, so it was quite
God.
Only a small amount of horses. Anyway, so my daughter went into wanting to show jump and that side of things, which was a different breed of horses than the ones I had, but she was training them. And she got this youngster in, and he was a lovely youngster, and she was only 13, 14. And so she's only 5'1" and a tiny little thing. She's 7.5 stone, even now at 26. So she's a tiny little thing. Oh. And she got up on this big 17-hand horse who was only just backed, and she's trying to school and train him and things. And I said to her, I connected with him through the empath side of me, and in the end I was just in my mind saying to him, please take her round safely, and he'd go okay, and he was good as gold.
Oh, that's so nice.
So you can connect with animals, but once he was a year older, that connection went. Once he thought he was grown up, it went. He cut it off. It was only as a baby.
Oh, that's very nice. Some people, I know some mediums, that's what they do. They connect with and they heal animals. That's what they do.
Yes, I worked with a lady that's local to me, and she's amazing with animals. Absolutely wonderful connection she gets with them, and as you say, healing and that side of things. I do animal healing as well as human healing.
And you can scan them to find out where they are. Yes. So that's amazing, because you can help them, you can help the vets. So that's amazing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you know if they're suffering then, and that side of things. So,
yes. They don't talk. They don't speak. And sometimes I swear that I can hear my cats talking. Like they give me an answer.
They do talk.
Am I crazy? And sometimes my kids are like, what are they saying now?
No. One of my dogs makes weird noises, not normal noises like barking. She does the barking as well, but when she's talking to me, it's almost like she's trying to say words, and you can hear the words. It's
Oh,
it's
no, but
crazy.
I was even talking like, telepathically, like
Oh
the
yeah,
way
yeah, yeah, absolutely. With cats, yes, the cats definitely. They know instinctively when you want them to do things. So
yes, because
hello,
sometimes
James.
I feel
You're
I'm
an energy healer. Yes, that's lovely.
yes,
And it is. I use gold light healing, angelic healing. I'm very pure form. I don't use any of the Reiki symbols. I just literally just channel the gold
yes,
light healing through laying of
the same as
hands,
me.
healing. So I do that. So it's very good to use it.
Let me see
He,
what the Shibwan is saying.
did she? That's interesting, Siobhan. About a boom in her this author's life communicating with animals. Yes, absolutely
Yes,
amazing.
interesting.
Yes, it is. And connection, animals connect on such a pure way, on pure level.
Yes,
It's
yes, they
lovely.
are amazing. That's the funny thing. I had my last cat, the one that died last year. I couldn't communicate with him.
Oh,
He was family, but I didn't feel that connection with him. But
are
with
they,
these two,
both females?
these two that I
Yes.
got now, they are females, and it's like they are my babies, honestly.
See, I had the two cats, one female and one male, and I totally connected with the female. The male, I know what he's thinking and feeling, but he doesn't like to communicate.
All right, maybe they are a bit more
Too much
independent.
effort. It's too much effort. It's like I'd rather sleep. I'd
That's
rather
so
go to
funny.
sleep. Yes.
Let me see what James is saying.
Yes, they do talk in certain ways and
Oh
telepathically,
yes,
James. That's absolutely.
yes, Siobhan. We know you meant book.
Oh, sorry, that's me reading the words. Sorry, without my glasses on as well. Oh, how interesting.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just pressing buttons here.
Okay, it's coming up on my screen what she's saying, so that's good. But that's really interesting. There was a wonderful animal when I worked with horses. There was a wonderful healer that people had come in into the local area. This was in Warwickshire, and they would come and connect with them on a telepathic and spiritual way. And it was amazing what we found out about these horses and their
Really?
previous lives, and
I'd love to watch that.
like previous to having them, because sometimes you get them as an adult horse, so they've had a past. So you'd find out about any trauma they've had and that side of things. It was amazingly good, and then you could also work with them, and realizing that certain things upset them. So yeah.
All right. Yes, James, cats are guardians. Yes, you were saying they are guardians. Yes, they are, because they can
Yes.
see this dimension, and the other one, they can just walk through dimensions, which I find it fascinating. Yes, I find it amazing.
I work with spirit animals. We all have our spirit guides, but also we have our spirit animals. So it's another subject we can discuss at some point.
Yes.
But like our totem pole animals, and our one at the base of the totem pole is also links with our base chakra, also links with protection, you see, of us.
Oh, yes.
And so they are the animal that will guard. If we put a virtual door between us and spirit, we can ask our base totem animal, to guard that door, and nothing comes through unless we want it to then.
And what is your spirit animal? Just, while we are talking.
My protection animal is a she-wolf.
Oh, I like it. Mine is a dragon.
You see, very, very, very powerful, magical creature you are, my darling.
It's amazing, my dragon. And in meditation, sometimes she takes me traveling on her back, and I actually felt sick. I had to come from meditation to open my eyes and say very slowly, because I start to feel sick. That's how really close.
Speed they fly you at. I have an eagle that I fly with.
I get picked up.
But that's now you see, our flying animal is the top of our totem pole. That's your dragon. She's your flying spirit.
She's amazing. And you know what? We were on the way to Portugal because I drove to Portugal this summer, and she showed up in the sky in the clouds, and my family could see her.
Oh, how wonderful! How
And this
wonderful!
is
Now,
true.
I work with dragons in the clouds. How
They
strange
could
is
see
that?
her, and she would change shape,
I,
and they were
I work with, if I'm out working with nature, I call upon the dragons in the clouds.
really, it was amazing because they could see her, and I was like, you see, I'm not crazy. I got a dragon. You can see her. You could see the
Wonderful.
it was such a beautiful, and she just to protect us in the drive, as obvious. Let me see.
Your dragon will be your top of your totem pole. So
Oh,
when you
she's
look at
amazing.
the totem pole at the top, some people have an eagle, some people have a bear's head, and some people have a dragon. You have a dragon.
Yes, she was the first animal that popped in my life. Once I was asleep, taking a nap.
My eagle was my first animal. It's the top of our totem pole. It's our third eye animal. It's the one that brings us out of our bodies.
All right. Oh, she's amazing, honestly. And sometimes angels are flying with us. So I just got these amazing invitations that it's just an amazing, and I feel so blessed by that. And once I was taking a nap. That's when I found out. And when I woke up very suddenly, and I've seen a huge eye, like the size of a house,
Wow.
and it was an eye starting to open, and I was like scared. I was like, "What's that?"
It was
And
her.
then I don't remember when did show up the rest of the body, and she's huge. She's
Yes.
orange. She's orange and red. She's my baby anyway. So let's talk about it another day.
Magical creature. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah.
But a few months ago, I had some. It just came to me once so when I saw it. It was a crocodile.
And now that will be your base totem. Your crocodile will be your guardian. They will guard against anything evil coming through from spirit.
All right. I found
Yeah.
it weird because I didn't know why a crocodile is next to me. You know.
They
Uh,
would, he'll be guarding, making sure that you're protected so nothing evil or bad comes through.
Hmm. All right, fair enough. Let me just see because we need to go. I'm enjoying so much this, but we need to go. Let me see. Deborah.
Oh, Deborah, that's lovely.
Oh, I know.
How beautiful.
Yes, just to read the rest of the comments and then we can go. Um.
James. But it's not, they're not mythology. There's too many writings about dragons and phoenixes and everything like that for them not to exist in the first place.
Oh yes.
Mm.
I always loved the phoenix since I was a child. I got a big connection with them.
Yes,
Totem
James, they are. But they're like we have 5 human guides and we also have 5 animal guides. And the totems are our animal guides, and they are for specifics. And they link with, if you go with chakras and what the chakras mean, they're almost similar. So yeah.
Okay, just to finalize, I'm just going to tell you one more thing because we start to talk and then we'll stay here 3 hours.
Yes.
Do you know? Since I was a child, when I used to have a vision of a snake, and I believe this was my first spirit guide, animal guide. Now that we are talking about, every time I was going to have a problem with someone, that snake would come in the same color as the clothes that people would use, and it would happen in the space of 3 days.
Yeah.
Every time, honestly. So I knew, oh my God, I'm going to have problems with this person. For some reason, something is going to happen.
We have 5 animal spirits that are our guides, and it's like on a totem pole, you'll see 5 animals going up the pole. So we have 5 in spirit that are
You see,
guardians that for different parts of our lives, guardians for different reasons. Yeah.
Oh yes. And that's another
Okay.
that's another subject for another time. I did enjoy this. This was lovely, Sally. It's so
Lovely.
it's just amazing because you got so much knowledge that you can just pass through all of us, and we can do
As do
reading.
you, darling. As do you.
And thank you so much for this. I did love it, and I will see you all. And to the viewers, thank you so much for the message and for everything. And lots of love to you too, Sally.
Thank you for having me, and lots of love to you, darling.
Bye bye, my darling.
See you
Bye-bye.
next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.